Hola chicos, bienvenidos a un nuevo video. Soy Santi y hoy estamos en la Ultimate Custom Nike. Como pueden apreciar, acá voy a poner el Bear Attack 1 y no crean. También haré el Bear Attack 2, pero también tendré que repasar a Toy Fred. Así que démosle con esto. Tranquilos que ya repasé y no voy a morir tanto. Ya. Me la descargué solo por que sí. Ya que en el anterior video, en el anterior canal yo les había que sí, que si subía la versión, pero nunca la subí. Así que estoy aprovechando ahora. Perdón. Ya está cerrado, así que no puedo entrar. Esa es la risa de entiendo.
Please deposit 5 coins. Thank you for depositing 5 coins. Now I look at you going.
XD. Perdón.
How unfortunate! Uh-oh, how unfortunate! I'm gonna do a sneaky thing and throw a new contender in the ring.
Thank you for depositing 5 coins. He thinks to the remains.
Espera, ¿qué?
How unfortunate! Uh-oh,
Please
how
deposit 5
unfortunate!
coins.
I know how
Please
much you
deposit
like
5
to
coins.
fight, so a lot of you
Please
come
deposit
to
5
your
coins.
night.
For depositing 5 coins.
Gracias. No, perdí. Me mató Plustra. Gracias, eso me apoya mucho. Por favor. Cállate, por favor. Cállate. Sí. Ahora vete. Vete. Ok, siguiendo con el juego. necesitamos algo. No veo. ¿Qué rayos estoy haciendo?
¡Corre y no mires atrás!
39 segundos. Mi nuevo récord.
39 segundos. 31.
Chao, Rebeca. Ok, voy a poner a los osos. Haces el oso. También voy a poner a solo los osos que quiera yo. Este oso. No hagas el oso. Este otro oso. Este... Ah, no, este es el chip. Este oso. Balloons. Activo todos los osos porque no hagan el oso. ¿Cuánto duraré? Ahorita pongan los caras de balones. Ah, falta este oso. Antes de que haga el oso. Go. Todas las pelotas.
Now I will touch it. Please deposit 5 coins. Please deposit 5 coins. Please deposit 5 coins. Please deposit 5 coins.
Dale la fanita. Mamá, dale los icons.
Cállate. Ese no era. Bueno, gracias chicos por ver este video. Espero que les haya gustado. Y bueno, no, esperen, pongan las caras de balones. Pelotas. ¡Pilas!
How unfortunate.
¡No! ¡Tu cara de balón!
How unfortunate. I know how much you like to fight, so I'll add a new problem to your night.
¿Tú me amas? No. Tengo calor.
Tengo mucho calor.
Me puse ese animatrónico de una vez. Acá. Acá.
Uh-oh, how unfortunate. Uh-oh, how unfortunate. I'm gonna do a sneaky thing and throw a new contender in the ring.
Nuevo animatrónico. Madre de Jesús. Bueno, gracias por ver, espero que les haya gustado y nos vemos en un próximo video. Ahora haré algo raro. Ahora sí. ¿Qué pasa? Bueno, gracias por ver, espero que les haya gustado y nos vemos en la próxima. Adiós.
Well, it seems that your journey has ended. Very sorry about that. It was always going to end this way, of course. If it weren't by me, it would have just been by some other, terrible thing. Just, you could not imagine how terrible it would be. Just, I get scared thinking about it. I'm glad it's not me. It reminds me of a time I was speaking to my good friend Orville. We were sitting on a park bench watching the pigeons. I was on the left, he was on the... Oh, wait, was I on the right or left? Anyways, it doesn't matter. We were sitting on there watching the pigeons. And I said to Orville, "Friend, those birds are frozen." And he kind of looked at me like I'd lost my mind. But I reminded him that it was winter, and often birds will sit in a tree until they freeze. And then they sort of fall to the ground until the sun warms up and they can, move around again. So I said to Orville, "You might as well save those breadcrumbs until the birds thaw, because they can't very well enjoy them in the condition they're in." To which he asked what I meant, and asking what condition the crumbs should be in before he threw them to the birds, assuming that I meant the birds couldn't enjoy the breadcrumbs in the condition that the crumbs were in, when in fact I had meant the birds could not enjoy them in the condition that the birds were in, considering that the birds were frozen. So he took a moment and then threw his last handful onto the ground. I said to him, "Orville, why did you throw the breadcrumbs to the birds when I just told you they're frozen?" To which he responded, "The breadcrumbs are not frozen." Again, misunderstanding my words. I didn't mean to say that the breadcrumbs were frozen when I said I told you they're frozen. I'd been referring to the birds. In hindsight, what I should have said was, and this would make perfect sense, "Why did you throw the breadcrumbs to the birds when the birds are frozen?" He misunderstood upon my correction, stating that he didn't know what else to do with the breadcrumbs, and that perhaps, when the birds thawed, they'd still be able to eat the crumbs. So I said to Orville, and this is what I said to him, I said, "Orville, the birds may be dead."
¿Se acabó? Sí. Por ver este video, espero que les haya gustado. No pienso escucharlo otra vez. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Acá. Ven acá. Ven acá, ven acá, ven acá. ¿Qué? No. Ahí te quedas.
You have met your end. Oh, what a pity. I don't feel too bad about it, though. After all, if it weren't me, it would have just been one of the others, I guess. I'm honestly just glad to be out of those air ducts. It's not easy for a hippopotamus to fit up there, and not easy to get down either. Not as young as I used to be, as you can see. I used to be able to do all sorts of things. You're young, you're vibrant, you have that sort of pep in your step. It reminds me of a conversation I was having with one of my good friends, Orville. We were having a nice picnic one day. I believe it was summer, no, perhaps it was Was it the fall? Yes. It was the fall because the leaves had turned already. But I said to Orville, I says, Orville, I have a story to tell you. And Orville looked at me, kind of odd and said, well, what's it about? I said to him, not every story has to be about something, Orville. Sometimes a person just wants to talk. Why does everything have to be a story? I said to him. He just looked at me and he said, well, you said you had a story. And, he was quite right. I did, in fact. I told him I had a story. I suppose if a person just wants to talk, then it's best to not announce that you're telling a story. Telling a story does come with its own pressures and expectations, I suppose. After all, if you're just talking to a friend, and there's no more expectations than if you were talking into the wind. Words by themselves aren't expected to carry, aren't expected to stick. But if you announce you're telling a story, well then, there'd better be a point to it all, No one wants to sit and listen to someone ramble on and on and on with absolutely no end in sight. So, it's good to be mindful that when you tell someone that you're about to tell a story, that you have something to say. Telling someone that you're going to tell them a story is tantamount to asking them to stop what they're doing and pay attention. You're basically saying, hey, buddy, stop everything. Stop what you're thinking. I have a solution to everything. And, well, I didn't really have any story to tell. In hindsight, I probably just misspoke when I said that I had a story. I think it would have just been better to tell Orville that I wanted to tell him something rather than tell him that I had a story. But, even then, it might have put too much importance on the whole thing. Either way, it was quite a nice day. I remember that we were drinking tea.
Chinga tú. Bueno, ahora sí. Gracias por ver este video. Espero que les haya gustado y no vuelva a hacer esto nunca. No vuelva a hacer poner nunca jamás. ¿Se imaginan que en los 50-20 este sea el que te mate? Dios. Bueno. Gracias por ver. Bye bye.